I've lost my Ross. Oh. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix, round three of silver. And I have started early tonight because no one answered my question last night, and I'm going to keep asking it until someone gives me an answer. And that is this the only figure of eight track that has ever raced on Formula One? That is what I want to know. I could Google it, but that's kind of my day job between 7 and 6. So ideally, I don't really want to be googling that. So hopefully, someone can answer that for me here tonight. Then, but more importantly, we got some silver racing here tonight as well. Guess who's back? The champion beast is back in play tonight. Then, and is he going to stir up a few memories from last season? Oh goodness gracious me! I'm not a betting man, but I might put a cheeky Freddo on Beastie, goodness me, on Beast getting pole position tonight. Also, thank you very much to the subscribers as well. We're on 667 at the moment. Goodness me, that was very close, wasn't it, to the mark of the devil? But we are devilish, aren't we? But yes, of course, the aim is to get to 700 by the end of the stream. Well, that'd be great. By the end of the season, that'd be fantastic. 70 Lego Silver says Nolsey, and of course, Chaz says Suzuka. Oops, sorry, I was reading Nolsey's comment now. I need to read Chaz's first. How rude of me. How do I minimize this hunk of oh, there we go. Hello there. Good evening to you, Chaz, then, or General Chaz, I should say. Good luck, Silver. It was a pleasure returning last night. Of course, Chaz, I must say that I got very nostalgic when I said Chaz in the field last night. Of course, Chaz got his first pole position of his ALR career, and I'm sure that was his debut race or one of his first races in ALR for Chaz. Sadly, though, Chaz unfortunately was down in the bottom half of the field last night, so not ideal for Chaz. But as he said, it was a pleasure to return back to ALR, which is beautiful stuff indeed. We have also got Noel saying that Suga is the only figure of eight F1 track. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got a load of notifications come through now. Whoops. What, in history of F1? That's incredible. Goodness me. Because I got to say, I think I'm right, to be honest, isn't it? I don't. To be honest, I did. I found a really cool track actually, but sadly, it's not even realistic. It looks more like Rainbow Road, to be honest, where everyone's racing around a volcano. Of course, they did race around a volcano, didn't they? In the 70s. That was when. That's why Helmut Marko has kind of got is kind of blind in one eye because one of those stones that pierced his helmet, didn't they? I think was it the Austrian Grand Prix? Am I thinking that right? I do not know, to be honest. But anyway, a lot of this nonsense then, and we haven't even got going, have we? But this is a good opportunity to take a look at the drivers and the constructors. Hello to Rocket Lee. Hello, Rocket Lee. Constructors Championship from last week, and Kia has not won a race so far this season, but he is leading the championship now, albeit by 1 point from R2 beating second position. Excuse me. I've had a lot of chicken today, so I'm very proteined out. Then I don't really know what protein does. Does it give you energy? No, I don't know, to be honest, but I've got a lot of protein in me. I got a lot of P in me. R2 beat in second position, 1 point away from Delando, who won last time out, and of course R2 beat one in Australia. As we take a bit of a tour around the Oceania part of the world before we then do the random track next week. So I'm looking forward to be honest. The first ever time ALR's doing it. And remember what Indigo was saying last night that about he, of course, not practicing may be a problem there, but it may also show, may also throw the curveball in the grid down. So looking forward to that one. Jay Hings is, I need to go for the championship, don't I? Goodness me. We've already gone into Fraccar and I haven't even, we haven't even got up to the start yet then. I'd say Smithy Almighty's just saying message some of reserves on standby if just five shows up. If they haven't, we'll go. It's 7:30. Thank you very much, Smithy. To be honest, I got to say, my Discord has been really rubbish lately, I must say. I have turned off a lot of notifications apart from pings and stuff, but for some reason my pings are not coming through. Maybe I should update the app potentially. But having said that, that's might be a bit of effort, to be honest. There we go. And where was we? Oh yeah, championship. Jay Hings in fourth position there. Goodness me. Fifth position was Kiki on 16 points there. Kiki, and then the second, and then Kiki's teammate Nigel in sixth position on 12 points. 8 points for Fethia, 5 on 6, 6 for Brooksy as well. And then we got Riley on 4, 4 for Irvine as well, and then 3 for Mr. Rage and Bull. Gordo on 2, and Camero also on 2 as well. Nameless, Medron Ava, Justify Reflections, Kaido and Marsky have not scored yet in this championship there. Not to rubble it. Constructors Championship, 59 points is the benchmark at the moment in the Constructors Championship. They are 20 points in front of the Alpine machine, which has Beast in it, I believe. Then we got Aston Martin in for a position there on 35 points, 4 points away from the Alpine team. McLaren on 28 points. Then, of course, if you have McLaren's points, you get the second powered Mercedes in the, it's actually the third powered Mercedes in the top 5. That is the Woody team. And then we got Ferrari on 6 points, along with the Kick Sauber also on 6 points. Well, 5 points for the Mercedes, the Works Mercedes, down behind their customers. So that's not a good look. Same in real life. And then, of course, RB and Haas are yet to score, which is shocking stuff because, of course, I am the team captain for RB. Shame the team captain didn't turn up last week. There we go. Do as I say, not as I do. So that's the championship then. Of course, we won't update on the joint construction just yet because the gold standards have not been rubber stamped in just yet. There, I don't think there was any reports from gold yesterday. Actually, it was just really good stuff indeed. There, of course, there was a question over Indigo's and Menace's collision at the final corner there, but Indigo, I think, has kept that P3. I think I may be wrong on that one, but Indigo, of course, sounded a bit downbeat, didn't he? He mentioned about being in P3, but a very good solid result there from Indigo, and hopefully sign of things to come there. And of course, I am brown nosing Indigo because he also sounds a good commentator, which is absolute fantastic stuff indeed. If you want praise on this channel, of course, just say nice things to me. That's good stuff. We're into the race. Fantastic stuff indeed. Well, before we are, actually, we've got to get into qualifying, haven't we? With Beast, who basically was on pole position, he basically had that pole position reserved, didn't he, for him last season? So is Beast going to get another pole position here tonight? I think that Beast is on. Hang on a minute. Let me find him on my old spreadsheet. Where is he? Oh, goodness me. He can't be that far down, can he? Goodness gracious me. I can't find him. Oh, dear, oh, dear. All right, let's see. Where is he? Goodness me, he's right the way. Why is he so far down? Well, he's had 13 pole positions in his career. Can he get 14? He's got 15 wins as well at B-South, but of course he is a world champion of his category then. And as you can see then, 70 minutes on the clock. And let's get going. Bring on a wet race, says Ultimate B-Set. I think that it's Smithy Almighty, which is hosting tonight. So I don't think there's going to be a wet race. There'll probably be a wet race tomorrow because, Farf, especially around this region of the world, we do have a lot of wet weather about, don't we, here in Suzuka, Japan. I gotta say, I would absolutely love... one thing I would love is to have a tackle or have a go on the other Japanese Formula 1 circuit, or not what end anymore, is it? As my cable's got stuck, that's not ideal. It's got stuck under me flap. There's Riley, first driver out on circuit. The other, I'd like to have a tackle on the other circuit actually in Fiji, or is it Fuji? I think it's Fuji, isn't it? Because Fiji's a country. So just watching out Riley, they're going to the S's there. But of course, unfortunately, that didn't happen because there was no F1 games in 2007 and 8, which was absolutely disgraceful stuff indeed. But to be honest, it'd be nice if we could have a bit of... one thing I do want with the F1 games, is, which is never going to happen, is it just bonus tracks. Couldn't it? Just have like just 4 or 5 additional tracks as like additional feature. Of course, we had the historic tracks, didn't we, a few years ago? And of course, I think in 2013, didn't we have Brands Hatch randomly? And we also had Jerez as well. And I think it was the 91 version of Jerez, or was it the 97? I think it might have been the 97 Jerez, but don't jinx it, Sean, says Rocket Lee. I try not to, and to be honest, if it does rain tomorrow, I'm going to be... I'm a drip anyway, so I can't get wet. But either way, it's not going to go well for me tomorrow anyway, because this is a driver's circuit. You need skill to succeed around here, and that is something which I haven't got then. As we're just watching Riley come out of the 130R. Not really a difficult corner these days compared to what it was over yesteryear in Grand Prix racing. But still, if you go off there, you're going to go for the big way. Just ask Alec McNish after a horrific shunt. They won a devastating shunt indeed back in 2002. And I think someone else had a shunt there as well, didn't they? Was it Degrassi? that had a shunt there in 2010, I believe it was. And of course, him and his Virgin did not participate in that race either. But of course, the Grassy is a Formula E champion there. So we try and balance the negative with the positive here. We'll give that a go anyway. Bonjour, good luck all then, says Gordo. Of course, says we're just on board with Riley at the moment there as he goes into the second Degners. I love the Degners. I don't love him if I'm in the wall though, as we go into the Kobayashi happiness and Aston Martin tailgating Riley there. Riley had a very good Australian Grand Prix, did the Alpine driver there, but sadly wasn't able to. He got 8th position in the end, but he probably deserved more, to be fair, in that Alpine. It got very chaotic towards the end as well. Also, though, I do feel that, but he didn't really was not able to build on that last week in China, of course. As well, goodness me, that McLaren there. Getting a bit too close for comfort there, goodness gracious me. And to be honest, I don't really want any rain tomorrow or tonight, to be fair, because I'm all rained out then. I'm not sure if anyone's got caught up in that storm. Is it Storm Eden? Eve? Don't know. But nonetheless, his ultimate beast is out of qualifying now. But yeah, a lot of rain out in the UK this weekend there. Goodness gracious me. I might have to get me canoe out as Riley goes fast as on a 28.8 who's set us on our journey for qualifying here tonight there on this only figure of 8 circuit in Formula 1. And Alex also says in Formula 1 history as well. So we've got to take that as gospel. Marski second at the moment there. Unfortunate start for Marski. Remember, second in the championship last season, took the bronze championship right down to the wire, but I do as Keaton goes faster by 4/10 of a second there in the Red Bull. Second twice now for Keaton there. Can he go one better tonight and win? Of course, Keaton would love that, wouldn't he? And that would mean he would take the lead in the Drivers' Champion. Wait, he's still going to take the lead in the Drivers' Standing. What are you talking about? Here's Kydal going fastest, but Camera Racer, of course, one of the breakout stars last year, I should say. Then look how bumpy it is down there. Of course, this is a downhill start, isn't it, into turn 1 there. Turn 1 is really just more of an entry point into turn 2, isn't it, really? As yellow flags are out there. Metron Alfred, who has not scored any points so far this season, which I'm absolutely beside myself by. Actually, that's the wrong word, isn't it? I don't mean beside myself. I mean absolutely. Well, I am beside myself because I'm surprised by that, because I thought the Metron Alpha would be very much on the scoreboard so far. That is, we've got Kiki going second fast there, 0.2 of a second away from the RB machine so far. You think you had it bad? I was slapped. What? Hang on a minute. I gotta get this. How do I get this heart out the way? I was slapped with the red warning. Laugh out loud. As Nameless has gone second fastest in the Aston Martin. Another driver hasn't scored it so far yet. Then, because Gordo's up in Scotland, isn't it? Goodness gracious me! Scotland and Ireland had the red weather warning, didn't they? Goodness gracious me! Nameless goes second fastest at the moment there. Of course, Japan over the years has had appalling conditions. 1994 Japan certainly comes right into my frame of mind when I think about appalling weather. Of course, Damon Hill's best drive, wasn't it, of his career, and against the Rainmaster himself of Michael Schumacher. Goodness me, of 94. Goodness gracious me, and quite eerie actually, as I'm just watching Jay Hings there, because I think that Gordo is on a second warm-up lap by the looks of things. He's not used much there. Good evening to you, Serious Mushroom. Of course, a Grand Prix winner around this circuit in this championship as well. Albeit you have to go back to the black and white TV days to remember that. Goodness me. Of course, if I'm throwing shade on Mushroom for that, I'm also throwing shade on myself as well, because I was also there. Jay Higgs across the line goes 7th fastest. Jay Higgs' consistency can be key, I think, this season, as going 7th fast there. Nigel in 8th for the moment there. Tory as in the kick sour subbing in for Brooksy tonight, after Brooksy getting a good position last time out, and in front of his teammate as well. As I was saying, now I do think the Marski is still. I wonder if he's still trying to get over the difficult result from last season. Maybe I'm playing too much into that, because I must say the drivers probably get over things a lot quicker than I do. I'm still trying to get over the fact is that I dropped one of my refrigerators on the floor coming off the bus about an hour ago. So but it was quite important to me, of course. So Vessier coming in on an outlap moment. Riley's out there again in sixth position. Moment Riley gets there, but 10 minutes to go. Using a second set of tires. As his camera racer as well. Fourth and sixth at the moment. Here comes Vessier about to wind it up and let it go. Cheeky get, says Serious Mushroom. Absolutely. I have a cheeky girl. There's accelerator away then, of course. If you put me and Farf together, we are identical as well. So Farf will obviously be my twin cheeky girl person or something. I don't know their names, to be honest. Are they from Sweden? I don't really know, to be fair. But all I do know is that they've got some cheeky music. On board with Vessier. Yellow flag on the start-finish straight. Also some yellow flags going out to the 130R. Do not worry about the yellow flags at the moment, because we are more concerned about the yellow flags are normally about drivers getting out of the way. On board with Vessier as he tackles the S's, going through Dunlop now, and then tackling the first of the two Degners. What's Beast doing there? Is he lost? Says Serious Mushroom. I think he is. Unfortunately, he's so lost he's not been able to get in the car in time, and he will not take part in qualifying. Says Beast. For Beast, unfortunately, he's also got his intermediate tyres on. So I think the Beast wanted rain, and I think he's definitely doing some rain dance, or certainly putting on the intermediate tyres. Or Alpine is obviously got a different radar to everyone else there. Vessier, there, goodness me, throwed it in very early into Spoon there, but I gotta say the car is very compliant there from Vessier. I must say that's very impressive stuff indeed there for the Williams driver. Unfortunately, what's not impressive for Vessier is the fact is that he's got Farf as his teammate this season, so I'm so sorry for Vessier. And I'm sure they both collided actually a couple of times in 100% last season. So that is also something, a additional storyline here this season as well. And of course we do love a bit of needle between the drivers. Well, I certainly do in here. Vessier displaces Riley and goes into sixth position there. And we just catch up with Riley now. Gordo is on a lap now in that Ferrari. Of course, where is Gordo doing that? He's almost out of fuel. He's 2.5 seconds up, going into the 130R there. Eighth gear, and now he drops down into third gear, then 60 miles an hour before getting back on the loud pedal. Back end is complaining, but Gordo is very much not having any of it. Across the line, sixth fastest for Gordo, and I've got to say, six is the place to be at the moment. They all seem to be taking over that sixth spot. Then Kean down into fifth at the moment, but Kean's on the lap. As is camera racer as well. We're keeping an eye on both those two drivers. Here comes Riley then. Car 8 out to the triangle chicane, and there used to be a horrible bumper on there, didn't there? We've had a couple of interesting collisions around that final part. As Gordo is on the grass, I'm doing some lawnmower now. Car racers found a 10th for a second in the second intermediate split time there. Chicken soup Figgy, what's the weather? Says Gordo. Says Serious Mushroom there. On board with camera racer. Who's that? Someone just jumped up the order there, didn't they, whilst I was looking at someone else. Gamera's on pole position there by 200ths of a second there for the Mercedes driver. Here's Kian then 5,000 of a second up at the moment. And, oh, goodness me, what have I got? Stream Burnley and Leeds now. Why would you want to stream Burnley and Leeds when you can watch this action there? I don't know. I must admit, though, my Now TV notifications are so late. I think I had a Now TV notification ping up halfway through the gold stream last night about, I think it was West Ham and Aston Villa. Metronov is on pole position now, displays Camaro. And here comes Kian then, who's third fastest there. They're starting to rein in now on each other. 7 minutes to go in this qualifying session. My golly gosh. We're going to have action then all the way through this qualifying session. That's what we love. Nameless has found 2/10 of a second then. Spoon now is the McLaren Mercedes, but there's a kick Sauber in front of us. I can see it on the track map. There he is then. And there's that kick Sauber going to get in the way. Both kick Saubers, according to the tower, is on the... did that distract Kiki? Potentially. As Mr. Raging Bull then is loving life in silver. It's great to see Mr. Raging Bull back up at the sharp end. I love that. Good stuff indeed. That was meant to be... I'm not meant to show favouritism, but I must say, of course, all you guys are my favourites across the line there, and Kiki, pole position there for Kiki, and that is a massive state intent there, but just I say that, Nameless there just about, is at 200 a second away. Nameless and Kiki show their hand. If they show their hand too quickly, is the track going to really ramp up now, or is that the pace of Kiki and Nameless. Is that an absolute stonker of a lap there? As Nigel 4/10 of a second up in the first sector. That's a great time for the first sector there from Nigel. Jay Hings is 4/10 of a second up as well. Following Nigel's rhythm there. Torres 8/10 of a second down. Marsky at Spoon Corner now. Kaidal is just accelerated out of sector 1. Here comes Farfbroth out of Spoon now. Not troubling the edge of the track too much there for Farfay. Just wants the time on the board with 5.5 minutes to go as he comes over the brow of the hill as well. Good evening to you, Dynamo Dan, there as we come into the 130R. And now he's got no one in front of him. I think there's a Kick Sauber in front of him, actually, isn't there? Marsky's invalidated, so sadly for Marsky, he's only got 5 minutes there, and that's another set of tyres gone, then that could be crucial. Albeit we are expecting a one-stop race at Farf. Only 14th there. Not set the world alight, unfortunately, for Farf. But his race pace is never anything to sneeze at. Jay Hings has gone 8th at the moment there. We're just watching Nigel, then the first ever ALR World Champion, the Silver Champion as well for Nigel. Can he become the first ever double World Champion in Silver? Well, there's a lot of champions in Silver, as we was talking about in the preview a few weeks ago. Goodness me, time flies on your own front. Tory goes into 13 passes there. What about Kaidal? Kaidal, unfortunately, has had a cropper somewhere and is looking like, well, he's reaching that rev limit. Oh, goodness gracious me. Just going to grab a few beers to dilute me COVID. Oh, no, Serious Russian's got COVID. That's not good. So I'm out of the final turn for Kaidal to start on another lap. I wish I took my jumper off now. I'm getting a bit of a sweat on. Maybe that's just because I just seen far in a 14th position there. The weather is dry, says Gordo. And actually, I got a picture of chicken soup thingy. Remind me to put in the Discord later. Absolutely. I want to know what this chicken soupy thing is, and if it looks really good, Gordo, I think that you should send it the admin's way. Certainly my way, because of course we all know that I'm the favourite admin, even though I'm not really an admin. To be fair, I'm not allowed in the stewards room. Certainly not. Goodness me. And of course, I think I've been banned from anything that resembles serious talk, anything like that. To be honest, because looking up the inside, both tyres there. For Kaidal, but I'm just here for narration of the races there. A bit like David Attenborough. How dare I compare myself to David Attenborough? Goodness me. What a legend that man is as well. Oh my goodness me. To honest, I think it used to be every Sunday the wildlife and Kaidal is overdriving the car, and unfortunately Kaidal's still down in 70th position. Irvine is not feeling the need to come out on circuit at the moment, but Kaidal's the slowest time runner so far, but only by a whisker. Kaidal is overdriving. I think there's a lot of frustration in that Haas car for Kaidal, but he is only tenths, hundredths of a second away though from really improving his outlook on his qualifying position. But sadly though, overdriving the car at Spoon, and that is not ideal at all. And I need to take my advice, really, to be honest. I raffle up and put in the post for you, Sean. Thank you very much, Gordo. Of course, it might take a while to get here because our post out here is absolutely rubbish. I think that when Knowlesy posted my Christmas present, which, by the way, absolutely lovely stuff indeed. I didn't get Knowlesy a Christmas present, which is shocking stuff indeed. Then, Charles, I'm tight though. I think I even think actually that I don't think I'm a super user or a super subscriber on YouTube either. Goodness me. Yeah. To be honest. I don't even pay for my own Now TV. Actually, that's a lot. I do now. I didn't for a while, but now I do. So unfortunately, my sisters decided to get. Yeah. Sadly, they found out that I was actually scrimping off them. Right. Here comes a camera race, and I go under the crossover, and now into the hairpin. Now the Kobayashi hairpin. Then before accelerating away, we were only expecting one stoppers around here. We had a lot of soft runners towards the end of yesterday's race. Then, goodness gracious me, it was absolutely chaotic towards yesterday's race. Then, so that is why a lot of drivers said are going for definitely having a couple of bites of the cherry here. Unless there's a late safety car, do not expect to see these red marked soft compound tyres for the Grand Prix. Mediums to hards to mediums. It'd be something like that. Really. That it doesn't. It's basically like Silverstone. Really, the strategy around here is not really a lot to think about, to be honest, unless someone throws caution to the wind. And there's only one overtaking opportunity, which is down to turn 1. Well, you can get brave on the brakes into the triangle chicane. Camera Racer is getting brave on the timesheets here. Is it pole position? No, it's only third fastest for Camaro, but he's fastest in the final sector, but it's not enough. Metronov out on circuit there. Where is Mr. Raging Bull? He's purple in the first sector, the Rages, and here comes Reflection all sorted up then. So who is the furthest driver around then? To be honest, I really need to pay more attention. I think it is Mr. Raging Bull, 2/10 of a second up. The car not very compliant on the exit of the hairpin there, the Kobayashi hairpin. Yellow flag said as Mr. Raging Bull has got a beautiful absolutely beautiful clear track in front of him now. So what can Mr. Raging Bull do then? As we're on board with Mr. Raging Bull, it's coming out of Spoon Corner as well then. Of course, Mr. Raging Bull has scored in the 2 races that he's been a part of so far this season. Very consistent is Mr. Raging Bull, and I feel that he's on the cusp of making some decent headway here tonight then. And 6 fast at the moment there, and a field that is so competitive. It has an incredible start, but Mr. Raging Bull wants more. Unless if he gets more, he stays 6 in the end there for Mr. Raging Bull. Unfortunately, Metronov, of course, pole position last week in China. Can he do a double here tonight? Oh, the final turn in, and Metronov stays in 4th position. The checker flag is fluttering in the Suzuka breeze. As Metronov, unfortunately, as we got a Haas which is stationary. Unfortunately, as now they're going now, as it was a Reflection has gone at 10 faster for Reflection. I'm just looking at the second Red Bull, 10 for a second up. That is enough at the moment. It's like, oh, there's contact. What's happened there? And then we said about the Haas, and that Haas has its Kaidaus in the wall, and more contact there. And what has happened here? It's a mess. Oh my goodness me! As Marsky, and it's awful. And there's a major incident there right at the end there. We said there was a Haas, and there is no for some reason there's no ghost in there. But unfortunately, there is something gone majorly wrong, and that is the end of qualifying for a lot of drivers out there. What about Mr. R2B evades the stricken Haas, goes 12th fastest, as Gordo is coming into the pits. What about Tori? That Haas is still there, and that Haas is not disappearing at Kaida. Tori goes 11th fastest there, and Farf is also out on circuit as well. Kiki currently on pole position, and Kiki, well, if Farf can't do anything about it, then this, as Farf has backed out as well. So Kiki on pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix, but there's going to be a lot of controversy about that Haas car, which is stricken coming into the pit lane. I'm thinking getting away, but Marsky clambered into the back there, and I think that it was also Kian that made contact as well with the Haas. Not ideal at all, and my goodness gracious me, wow, that is certainly very much a interesting start to the session tonight then. 7th pole position, by the way, for Kiki in his career in silver, and 26 qualifying attempts. I'm already out of breath, goodness me. That's Kiki's 2nd pole position of the season as well, whilst I get me old stack book up to date. Shameful stuff that I'm doing it now, isn't it, really? But it's because I forgot to do it in Australia, and I almost forgot to put it all on the stats board. How unfortunate, though, that was a bit of a damn squid to the end there. To be honest, and I must have that was quite interesting stuff indeed. McLaren 2nd pole position of the season. And there it is, and Kiki by less than a tenth of a second. And Kiki on the left-hand side looks overjoyed with that result, doesn't he? Fantastic indeed. Rightio. Let's have a read of the comments, shall we? Geez, what was Gold's poll? I have no idea, to be honest. It only happened like 24 hours ago, doesn't it? Goodness me. We have got what has this race started or something then? Says Dynamo down now. Pot stuff, geez, and pot stuff former silver driver. Not probably happy he wasn't involved in that shenanigans. I missed that crash. Rewind. Bronze doing the damage in silver, says Dynamo Dan. We have also got good lads, good luck all from R2B as well. Very nice stuff indeed there. That's very gentlemanly, isn't it? Of course, I never wish my competitors good luck, especially in bronze. I hope they all fall off the track tomorrow, which means that I can get a good result, but that's because I'm a nasty person. Ooh, very grey over there, isn't it? Very grey indeed. Good luck all from Gordo as well. And very polite bunches, the Silver Lot, aren't they? But I must say, they got to be very concerned about Ultimate Beast side. Of course, Ultimate Beast is a returning champion. It's not only a super sub, but an Ultimate Beast is not eligible for points. Of course, reserve drivers are not eligible for constructors points there because, of course, a few seasons ago, or more than a few seasons ago, on occasions in ALR, a lot of occasions in ALR, the regular drivers the regular drivers have not turned up, and the substitute drivers or the reserve drivers have won the constructors. In real world of Formula One, that doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. Remember Mika Salo, Eddie Irvine, and Michael Schumacher in the 1999 Ferrari. Of course, when Schumacher broke his leg in Silverstone, Ferrari did win the constructors championship with the help of Mika Salo and also the implosion of the McLaren team. But of course. As this is not real Formula One, unfortunately. And to be fair, and also, which is a good thing as well, otherwise we could have drivers like Jean-Denis Delatraz. Of course, I joke. Absolute legend. Delatraz was, I think, two races in F1. I always remember Murray Walker absolutely beside himself when he was watching Delatraz go into the I don't think it was called the Michael Schumacher chicane back in the Nürburgring back in '95, but he was wiggling around on the circuit there, and to be honest, it's something what I would do, to be honest. So me throwing shade on Delatraz, at least he was able to fit in the car. Right, let's go for the grid. Hard tyres for Nigel, hard tyres for Reflections, for Favre and for Beast. Soft tyres for Marsky. Interesting strategy there for Marsky. I saying that the soft tyres, we may not see the soft tyres in the race, and Marsky has already put me in my place, and everyone else is on the medium compound tyres, of course. Of course, a quick word from our sponsors as well. Of course, the ALR shop, Serious Mushroom thinks about getting a hoodie, as his birthday's coming up. Of course, also, if you can get me a hoodie as well, Serious Mushroom, that'd be fantastic. I'm also trying to get a gilet as well. Link is in the description below then. Of course, if you want to look fab and fabulous, go to the ALR shop then. Of course, if you want to get some track decorations on your wall as well, if you want the Japanese Suzuka circuit, or maybe even the Fuji circuit, then, of course, link is down in the description as well then, to get some 3D track prints as well. Absolutely beautiful they are indeed then. To be honest, I'll be getting one for my nephew for his birthday today, but unfortunately it will not arrive on his birthday today because I forgot about it, unfortunately. There's Sauce WTF, far from pole position, Nameless alongside on row 1. Nameless hasn't scored yet. Camera Racer in third, great 17. Metronov hasn't scored either, with Kian the championship leader, 5th fastest, but had an issue in the final qualifying session, final part of qualifying. Mr. Raging Bull, lovely stuff in 6th position. Vessia in 7th. Nigel, the highest hard runner in 8th position. The only hard runner in the top 10 and in the top 13, actually. Not Jay Hinks in 9th position. Love the gold helmet. 10th position, Riley. With a Tory in 11th position. Gordo in 12th, and hopefully he's had his chicken soup thingy. 13th is R2B with Reflections in 14th. Irvine 15th. Farp in 16th position. Now he's beside himself with those soft tyres of Marsky. Kaido in 18th position. Ultimate Beast in 19th. The returning champion then. And is he going to have a storm through the field then? Well, I'm not sure because this grid is stacked there. Something has to go majorly wrong for his competitors. 5 lights are on here in Japan, and it is lights out. And away we go. And it's a good run down into turn 1 then. And look at that kick Sauber in the background. They're flying off the grid then. Kiki leads. Nameless second position. Status quo. But Kiki's already passed them. No, Kian's already passed Metronov. I moved up into 4th position already. They go down somewhere. Look at that. There's 3, 4, 5 abreast in the back there. Goodness gracious me. This is going to get very hairy and scary. The Ferrari all over the back then. As Mr. Ranger Bulls had a terrible start for the Mercedes car. And goodness me. And dropping down 6 positions. What's happened to Mr. Raging Bull then? That is appalling. There's debris off someone's car as well, as they're getting a bit too close to the back there, and look at that Alpine up the inside. That's incredible. Goodness me. And now it's getting all very cozy there, isn't it? Now Mr. Raging Bull, this is the problem. A bad start. He's now in the carbon fibre zone there, going up the inside into the hairpin. They're going to be contact with the Ferrari. There is contact, but they're all on their way nonetheless then. Oh my word there. But Mr. Raging Bull down 7, almost 8 for this time as we go wheel to wheel. Yellow flag, the Haas of Reflections off the circle in the background. And now we got the Mercedes up into 13th position. Irvine up into 14th as well. Marsky on those soft tyres, unfortunately, has not been able to make ground on those soft tyres. He's made up 1 position, but that's not what he really wanted. Down 5 is Reflections, a horror show from Mr. Raging Bull. From a brilliant 6th position on the grid, it's down into 13th. That is not good at all. As coming up to complete lap 1, that's gap of 6 tenths a second. DRS will be available now. So on the next lap, they've already got some slipstream going on. It's up Nigel and Jay Hings going wheel to wheel. Jay Hinks is now in 7th position now, and he gets the ascendancy. What about the Williams car? Was a contact between the two cars? No, there wasn't. Reflections is in 6th position. Hinks, followed by Nigel, followed by Tory. Then we got Archie Beat. Then look at this. Then it's Lionel Stern between Gordo and Mr. Raging Bull. Then we have also got Irvine, followed by Farfair. Then we got Ultimate Beast. Marsky soft tire is not working out, and Kaidal down in 18th position. There, Reflections all the way at the back of the field. I don't think there's any damage on Reflections. Car, Nigel. Oh my word! And there's debris all over the circuit. What has happened there? Nigel is still 8th position, but there's more controversy in the midfield here. Yellow flag again as I don't know what's going on. Tory's off the circuit then, and now we've got R2B on the outside trying to get some grunt in that Mercedes Aston powered car, I think I'm saying. Now coming over to Spoon, and here comes Gordo as well. My word. And I must say, is there damage on that R2B? There is! And that's a lot of damage there. Surely he's going to have to go into the pits, and the understeer is going to be appalling. Riley's off the circuit at the exit of Spoon, and now it's dropped down into 14th position. He has let Farf go. He's now up into 30th position. Farf is. My word there. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed there. And now into the triangle chicane once again. And whilst it's not very serene at the front at all. It's 5/10 of a second there. R2B has gone wide then. Up and under there goes Gordo, but R2B has not got equipment, but he's not pitting, is he? But unfortunately for R2B, he's already out of DRS range. There comes the Ferrari. Here comes the Mercedes as well. Mr. Raging Bull has the pace. He's shown in qualifying. Unfortunately though, he's had a horrific start and is now in a 10th position. What about these two? It's Marsky using those soft tires and got past Riley, who's down 5 positions as well. A lot of big shakers in the opening stage of this Grand Prix. Farf is now, and Farf has got damage as well. Someone's lost a lot of carbon. I think Farf is one of those drivers that has lost carbon, and R2B is the other driver who's out the inside. There's contact. Was out? I do not know, to be honest. I'm just pointing fingers here, there, and everywhere now. And I think that's Farf all over R2B like a bad suit, having a sniff on his diffuser, but no dice at the moment there as they come out the second tank there. My word. And I feel these guys got a bit, no disrespect to R2B, but he hasn't got the tools for the job. Farfair is just nerfing him, by the way. Goodness gracious me, and now he's through. Well, I think R2B is going to take exception to that. The winner from the Australian Grand Prix. And oh my word there, Irvine always pushed onto the grass. I don't think R2B seen him. That would have been very much a well, that would have been very interesting in the stewards room, to say the least. Then Mercedes Austin Power Macar says Donovan Dan, and now the Ferrari is through, and now into 12th position. R2B as unfortunately just dropping down there. Run lap 3 out 27 here. Can the hard tires get to the end? Because surely, oh my goodness me, I don't know where the Aston Martin ends and where the kicks are. Alpine, oh my gosh, and there's contact again there. Alpine is up Riley there. There's more contact. R2B has been forced off the circuit, and I think that R2B is going to be absolutely saving in that car. Unfortunately, they was all trying to get past quickly here, and R2B had no option but to come in the pits there, as I think that Nigel's now 4 seconds away. Nigel's struggling there, and there's a massive gap there to Jay Hinks. My word, the top 7 have absolutely launched away. And Mr. Raging Bull's horror show started, so now all of a sudden he's back in the points. Good 17. I'm wondering if that's all down to Nigel making a mistake at this just before the Degna one here, and also the shenanigans that happened between R2B and the rest of the field. Unfortunately, R2B has gone to the hard tires now. There's the gap. Then Farf though is going to be the cork in the bottle as well. Not because Farf is slow, but because he's got damage on the end plate of that Williams car. Well, let's have a bit of decorum now, shall we? Because, my goodness gracious me, never mind, because here comes Irvine. And now, of course, I remember Irvine in the Ferrari, goodness me, there's flashbacks to 1999, doesn't there? And Irvine is all over the gearbox now. Of Farfair, and of course, remember, Irvine also caused the Williams cars major headaches. Contact! And Camera Racer trying to force Kean off the circuit. He has forced him off the circuit there. Kean had to take evasive action. It's lost out to Metrodolph as well, as Metrodolph is now taking full position there, back in the front. Kiki leads, Nameless in second position. Camro's in third. Then we have Metrodolph and Kean in fourth and fifth. Sixth is best here. Seventh is Jay Hinks. I have driven all over myself. My word, Pimp was getting a beating then. Absolutely. Yellow flag is out there. What's happened there? As there's more shenanigans there, and I think it's reflections off the circuit. Key! Oh no! The race leader's off the circuit. And he has come back on now, but that's positions and a lot of time lost. Nameless, who hasn't scored so far this season, takes the lead of this eventful Japanese Grand Prix. I haven't even sat down yet, ladies and gentlemen. This has been absolutely supreme stuff indeed there. And my Mr. Emoji Smiley Cool face there, which Lowe's got me for Christmas, is beside himself as well. Nameless, Camaro, followed by Metronov, and we got Kian, who is all over the gearbox, but Kian there is not going to be very happy, not very gentlemanly out there tonight on lap 5 out of 27 here. But it's just a manic Monday. Ultimate Beast said who's got past that Riley and moved himself into 13th position now. Riley dropped down to 14th. Ultimate Beast on the hard tyres. Farf, saying that it's Farf who's now got Ultimate Beast all over the gearbox. The problem with Farf, well, there's a lot of problems with Farf, but I joke. However, I don't think Farf's going to be in the mood for joking now. The problem with Farf is that he's got the harder tyres. If he pits now and goes on the mediums, he's going to have to that's basically put him in a two-stopper, but he's got no option, has he? Because the two-stopper around here is redonkulously slower than the one-stopper, and he's going to have to hold it for about another 6, 7, 8 laps, and Cameron takes the lead going into turn 1 here. What about Bestier? Too far back from Kian at the moment, and there's Kiki on his lonesome here. Nigel having a look, but unfortunately it was too far back at the moment, and Riley all over the gearbox of Farfar. Farfar's dropped to now into 13th position. Farfar's also doing a lot of harvesting out there, as we just got R2 beat 14 seconds away at the moment. Lovely shot here from Camera Racer now. Camera Racer, a Grand Prix winner in silver there. And of course, Camera Racer's always had the speed, but the consistency has sometimes eluded him. However, last season on field was the building blocks for something great this season then. My goodness me. Don't be surprised with Kiki, says Serious Mushroom there. Serious Mushroom spitting fire tonight there. Nameless second, Metronov in third, Kian in fourth, fifth position is Bestia, Jay Hings in sixth position. There's Kiki, he has the speed then, but unfortunately fallen off the road. A bit like Camera Racer, isn't he, Kiki? Is there so much speed, but unfortunately, a couple of issues there. Marsky has run out of tyres. We forgot about Marsky on the soft tyres there. I think the Farf would probably wish he was on those soft tyres at the moment there, because that might open up his strategy options there. Here's Mr. Raging Bull, now all over the back of Nigel. Nigel is not able to keep up with Gordo. I say that, he's still in DRS, so that is the important part in this one. There's Kiki, as who was that there? That was Ultimate Beast there in the Irvine. Now, no DRS, no DRS need, oh my goodness! And Ultimate Beast has just taken off my mustache there into the triangle chicane as well. Let's go back up to here, and his status quo is it is status quo then, it's as you were, but then Nigel is now all over the back of Gordon. There's me saying that Nigel couldn't keep up. That is absolute boulder dash. And now, oh my word, as Mr. Raging Bull tries to say he's done it. He's through and up into ninth position. Great manoeuvre. Gordo backs out. That's very wise there from Gordo. A wise head on young shoulders for the Ferrari driver. Great stuff. Gordo probably said that gap was always going to close there. And great stuff there. But Mr. Raging Bull is flying out there. Oh no! And there, and Nigel lost the car, and unfortunately Mr. Raging Bull there, too close to him react there, and off the circuit goes Nigel. Mr. Raging Bull is dropping down the order as well, and so both contact there, damage to both cars. Nigel major damage there, and now we got more accidents to the hairpin, and now Kydal, and there's more contact. Riley's off the circuit, Kydal is off the circuit as well. Oh my gosh. Absolute insanity out there. Absolute incredible. As was a serious question there. Basically, Serious Mushroom, Barsky ran out of tyres. Serious Mushroom was saying that. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that Nigel was losing the car, and unfortunately, Mr. Raging Bull could not react in time. I'm surprised that wasn't going to be a safety car, to be honest. There's going to be debris all over the circuit at the Dunlop curb there, but they're all fine and dandy. They carry on and say, oh, here's Nameless taking the lead over Camaro again, then lap 8 out of 27. Who's the highest run on the hard tyres? Well, it's the former champion, or the current champion, I should say, that Ultimate Beast said, as Riley in the pits there. 3-second penalty for Mr. Raging Bull, and 10-second penalty. I don't know who I'm talking about. I'm trying to talk about pits, aren't I? Mr. Raging Bull got a pit stop. Marsky's in the pits as well. Yellow flag is something's gone awry. What's happened there? And there's Nigel out of the Grand Prix. Reflections is crawling as well as a VSC. What has happened there? Someone's come a cropper, but I can't see who. Now then, the VSC might help him to a certain degree. Unfortunately for R2B, that ain't going to help him at all, is it there? But shenanigans galore. So R2B still in this one. Beast is just cruising up to the front then, says Serious Mushroom. Well, I said that if Beast if Beast comes through the field, then there's going to be all kinds of shenanigans, and there certainly is that. Back racing again then, so no safety car, which I think is what R2B, Mr. Agent Bull, and Kmarski probably wants at this stage. And I think Farf will probably want that as well, really, won't he? Nameless leads. But he's caught to camera, napping ever so slightly, and he's going to try and get out of that DRS range. If he gets out of DRS range, just like Sam Swift Ninja last night, then that is going to be crucial in the outcome of this race. Metronav having a sniff, but nothing more than that then. As right, we've got to keep car now, ladies and gentlemen, because my goodness gracious me, even with a kind of monster, I don't think I've got the energy. Oh no, and that's Riley off the circuit. And that is going to be another penalty, I think. That no, it isn't. Riley's all right there, but that's not going to help the under tray of the car. Unfortunately, then back at the front, there's the two Red Bulls. Then who's the buns in the with the Vessier as the meat in that sandwich as well. And there they are then, 6 and 4, 5th and 6, and Kiki. Now Beast is now into 8th position, passes Gordo, drum down to 9th. But then we've got Irvine who's making his way through the field in 10th position after that shenanigans. Farf was that wing damage still. I think he'd been quite happy with that. Riley into the pits as well then, so Nigel out of the Grand Prix, and that's unfortunate for Nigel there. A good start in Australia, but it's all come undone here in China and now in Japan as well, unfortunately. Out of the pits now comes Riley. R2B then should get in front of Riley then. I think those drivers at the back needs a safety car, I feel, to get themselves into this one. This race can be very brutal if, of course, you don't get a safety car. Metronav is about half a second away at the moment. I've dribbled again, goodness me, I need to sort myself out. I wish I was a footballer. We got Nameless Camaro, followed by Metronav, Kiad, followed by Vessier, followed by Jay Higgs as well. Kiki Coley and no man's land there, or no keys land there in 7th position there. Ultimate Beast, so may want to join him in a minute, because there is the Beast. He is coming. There's Gordo in 9th. 10th is Irvine. 11th is Farf. Farf is doing a great job, actually, with no damage. Let's give some credit to Farf, shall we? I don't think he deserves it, but nonetheless, he's doing a great job actually to keep him in DRS range as well. To be honest, I do throw shade at Farf, but he is a very good driver, I think. Metronav has damage as well, I think. Sure, I see him as Camaro's taken the lead. Then let's take a look. As I think Serious Mushroom is pulling my leg on that one. Goodness me! But having said that, to be honest though, Serious Mushroom probably knows more the intricacies of that car than I do. So maybe to an untrained eye like myself, then potentially. Oh no, Serious Mushroom, no, it hasn't. It's just a camera trick then. As this is just watching Metronav as well. Of course, sometimes you get damage without actually seeing damage, can't you? That's how incredibly delicate these cars are, which is a big shame, isn't there? Because they're starting to really depend on aero, aren't they? Which is not what these ground force. I think that used to be a gardening show, didn't it, with Alan Titchmarsh? My word. But these wings can be very delicate, can't they? And especially, of course, in Dirty Air. On board Metronav as well. Nameless and Metronav, two big names that hasn't scored so far this season. And because this is such a short season, and we keep banging on about it, don't we? Goodness gracious me, it's becoming a meme, isn't it? But we've only 16 Grand Prix, and only 12 of them you definitely know is on the calendar. How crucial is that going to be then for these drivers? As Nameless is having a sniffer, but Nameless as Keon is up into 3rd position. I have missed that completely. Nameless, no, listen there, it's Beast and Kiki, and Keon's into the pits, and Kiki has a sniffer, but the Beast there somehow slowing the car down, and into the pits now comes a Keon now. Overtake there into the triangle chicane, then in and out, shake all about for the Red Bull team. Look at how bumpy it is in the pit lane, and it's downhill as well. If anyone remembers, I think once, I can't remember which qualifying session it was. Probably was a load of them. Of course, I think they was doing a boat race, wasn't they, in the pit lane there. Farfish driving out of his skin now. Is he great driving indeed there from Farfin? Great stuff indeed. Absolutely legend. Derry. Camaro is still there. So Kean has gone for the undercut. Has Kean... Oh, my word! How is Metronav? I thought he was going into the scene of the accident. It dated too. Oh, my word. Right, I'm sat down now because we need. This is going to get very tense now because we'll talk about that in a minute. Because there's it's Tory off the circuit and he's in the gravel. Trying to, I would say he's trying to get out as he beats there. Of course, these cars can get stuck in the gravel just because of how low they are. No safety car, which would have been absolute nightmare for Kian, as he's now in 12th position and he's all over the back of Kaidao. Here comes Nameless, and they're going to go side by side into the 130R. Oh yes, so Nameless is through, takes the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix, and now what's he going to do? He's going to peel off into the pits. Camera almost into the back of it, and then that is not going to help him at all. And now he's lost the momentum. Into the pits. All of them are in the pits. They reacted, but Jay Hinks has had to stay out one. No, he hasn't. He doesn't have to because Kian's already pitted last lap, hasn't he? Now, so Jay Hinks is staying out then. So is that because Jay Hinks feels that the tires are not going to get to the end there from this stage then? And now out of the pits they come. Beast is now in second position. Kiki is third. Gordo's in fourth position there. Where is Kian? I hear you asking. Kian has been stuck behind Kaidao for a whole lap. Is that crucial? Let's take a look there. He comes across. Oh yes, he's not game position there. I thought he was going to take on the outside. Contact between them, Kian and Metron there. Oh my word, then. I should say, yeah, Kian and Metronov have made contact. They're on board the nose cone, and Metronov has lost an abundance amount of time. Oh, goodness me, someone's just teleported there. Tori's, and that's a Haas there, having an issue there. And Kaidao, oh my word, the investor up the inside. Passes Kaidao. Those medium tyres, unfortunately, are not suitable for the job anymore. And the Haas team are going to probably pull Kaidao in at the end of this lap, unfortunately. But to a superb lane position, my word there. So Kian, and I was saying that may not have worked. However, he has gained into second position now, and there's only one driver in front of him now, and that is Nameless then. So the 6 drivers in front haven't pitted yet. So Jay Hings, Ultimate Beast there with Kiki, Gordo, Irvine, and Farf, who haven't pitted. And Farf has been driving with no front wing. Well, he has a front wing, but unfortunately, it's not really intact there, is it, Far? But he's somehow keeping on the back of Irvine there. That's great driving there, and Irvine's no slouch either. Of course, Irvine has won in every category that he's participated in, has Irvine, which is an incredible stat indeed then. Coming out to the final turn then, and here comes Farfetch as we got pit stoppers of Kiki and Gordo in the pits, and Kaidau's got a 3-second penalty. Here comes Farfetch, he's not going to go for it this lap then. Irvine is staying out. I'm wondering if Irvine is doing a bit of goal hanging here, along with Jay Hings as well, potentially open for a safety car maybe in this one there. Vessier is 7th, 8th position is Camera Racer there. Dropping down the order has Camera then, so Camera has lost time as well. Unfortunately, that was unbeknownst to me then, and as we got Reflections there in 12th position there. Unfortunately, Reflections there also lost at sea as well as Marsky and Mr. Raging Bull then fighting for position there. Oh my goodness me, Marsky hugging the curb there. Great racing. Absolutely superb stuff indeed. Mr. Raging Bull though has got the position, and that is going to be very important. But Mr. Raging Bull, they're both on the same life and tyre here as well. So this is a race for position there. Kaidao is lost out now to Metronov. A massive lock up there from Metronov, trying to recover after contact between himself and Kian there. Think Kian might get a penalty for that, says Serious Mushroom. The contact into turn 1, that is going to be a big talking point in this one, I feel. My word there. Favre going to lose a lot in the pits unless he leaves the front wing. Of course, it'd be an extra on average, depending on how well drilled the Williams team are. And he's going to lose about an extra 5 seconds, isn't he? Favre is there with that nose cone change there. So Serious Mushroom, they're very much thinking on his feet, isn't he? Or on his stalk. As we have got Mr. Ultimate Beast takes the lead with Jay Hings and Irvine in the pits. Whereas Favre has stayed out then. So Favre has stayed out. Kian now he's out of DRS range. That is crucial. Look, that wing has not opened there. So Nameless, they're trying to gap Kian now. Oh, goodness me. And where's Jay Hings? I've got to say, the undercut or overcut here, oh my word, is not that powerful. And that's 2 laps younger tyres for Jay Hings. That could be crucial. As we got the Ferrari getting past Reflex as well. The other Ferrari that, well, I said the undercut and powerful. Look at how much time Irvine is lost there. Down into 14th position there. Marsky and Mr. Raging Bull there very much tied together, aren't they? R2B in 15th position. Kaidao in 16th, as Farf has got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately, but Farf is racing as hard as he can now, is Farf in the Williams machine. Ultimate Beast is now 9 seconds up the road, and will be going on to the medium tyres, I believe, unless he can stretch this and go to softs. But even then, I don't think the softs are a very good race tyre at all, are they? You need to be quite near the end, don't they? That's what Ultimate Beast has got to do if he wants to get on soft tyres. I think a soft tyres, though, is a no-go for me, as Riley's got a 3-second penalty. Riley, Kydal, and Torrey, the only drivers with penalties at the moment. I think the soft tyres there is not the best race tyre in my opinion. Now we've seen Marsky do it. He's up into 13th at the moment, battling with Mr. Raging Bull for 12th. But I don't feel that. I'm wondering if he could be higher up than if he started on the medium tyres. But of course, if spirals backwards as F1, it said Murray Walker. Of course, the legend. Who is that? That's someone who scampered off the circuit there. Camera Racer, I think, misjudges braking point, and that's a mistake there for Camera Racer, and that's unfortunate. Now that's a 3-second penalty, along with him as well. Unfortunately, and now then Cameron is going to lose another position here, and goodness me, and Metronov is through and in 7th position. Then Gordo set the pass up the race there. Oh dear, and there's the camera there. Great reactions there from Camaro to avoid what could have been an absolute horrific smash into the triangle chicane there. I think didn't Tora Takagi and Esteban Tuero crash there in 1998 then. Sadly, the last race for Esteban Tuero and for the legendary Turl team there. Of course, Tora Takagi, the legend himself, went on to race for the Aras team in 1999 there. Of course, with that, was it the mysterious Nigerian prince, I think, it was meant to put a lot of money into Aras. I think ultimately cost Aras in the end, didn't they, unfortunately, because Aras was a legendary name. But not softs here, no, says Sarah's Rush there. So I'm going to make a note of that in my little book for tomorrow. But of course, the soft tyres hasn't really worked out. Well, having said that, Morsky's up in the 12th position there, so it hasn't been too bad. But as we mentioned, I wonder what would have been if Morsky had started in medium tyres, which we know, I think, at this stage, is the best race tyre. Nameless is absolutely rocketed away. Whilst I've been waffling on about all kinds of nonsense, lap 15 out of 27, Nameless is absolutely bolted away, and is now, he's all over the back of Farf, and he would probably be praying that Farf goes into the pits there. But of course, Farf is not a man that helps anyone out, so Nameless got to do it the hard, old-fashioned way, and Nameless takes the lead, cuts across Farf, going down into turn 1 there. So Ultimate Beast then is now coming on the pits now, as Metronov is showing some pace here. Kian is struggling. I'm wondering if there's been damage between Kian and after the contact between Kian and Metronov in turn 1, but Kian is not quick at this stage. He's also doing a lot of harvesting in the first sector here. There's Kian then. He's about he's almost he is 3 seconds away from Nameless, and Vestia on course for a podium here at the moment now. So as Farf at the moment has not pitted, as so Vestia in 4th. Metronov though wants to say something about that. He is flying in 4th position, and I feel that Metronov is probably the quickest of this gaggle of cars right now. Jay Hinks in 6th position. Camera Racer in 7th there. Unfortunate mistake for Camera, but he was very much still in this one there, and if it can happen still, lap 16 out of 27 here. Camera in 8th position there. Ultimate Beast is on medium tyres there. Are those medium tyres going to be able to get to the end from here? I think so then. Beast is about to open the mode then. Beast mode then. And I think me and that Mushroom are on the same wavelength there, which is quite dangerous there. I'm not sure if that's an insult to Mushroom, but indeed, Ultimate Beast there is going to be very much open up a can of whatever Stone Cold used to open up into the 130R then, and just watching Jay Hinks at the moment. So Farf is still, I think the Farf is maybe doing is probably goal hanging himself, isn't he? Of course, as maybe he wants to do a Liam Delap here and potentially score a beautiful open opportunity here. Of course, as Farf is a Ipswich fan, I think. Well, he's certainly. Well, he is certainly from Ipswich anyway. But nevertheless, but a far very lovely, beautiful lime green helmet there to go with the blue Williams. Irvine and Marsky there. Goodness me, they've got to have a battle for the ages here. But Mr. Raging Bull is trying to get out of this DRS range of the team behind him, but unfortunately he's not been able to so far. They are currently 5 seconds out of the points there. Drivers that are in the points, there's only 2 drivers with penalties so far. One of them is Favre, so that could come back to help him out later on. But I think camera racer is too far in front at the moment there to help out the likes of Mr. Rage, Irvine, and Marsky. But hats off for them for sticking at it. Kian is now getting stuck behind Farf here, so it's going to be a lot of it might be a lot of frustration there with Nameless now absolutely rocketing away. As the gap is 3 seconds now. Nameless is absolutely flying this thing. Nameless has already had a Grand Prix win in silver in his career. I think I'll have a look at that actually because I'm not sure if he has. I'm sure he has. He's had one win at least. And Kian now cannot do anything about it. And look at this, Farf maybe helping his teammate here. My word. So Farfair and the Williams team absolutely doing a delightful service here for Vestia. And look at that then. Farfair, there's contact there. What's happened? And unfortunately, I'm not sure if Vestia got hit from behind or whatnot. And now Farfair is trying to squeeze Kian there. And now Kian is up in the second position. And Beast is at the fast race there. Under 2 seconds there. As Metron now in fourth position. I'm not sure if Vestia got hit from behind there. I think he got hit from behind. I think he got hit from behind there from Metron up there. But I am pointing fingers. I do not know. But my goodness me. And now Farf is holding up the Metron up there. And this is going to be frustration because look at that. Kian has bolted off now. And he's already out of DRS range. This is crucial. Farf is really hurting these races. But Farf is not going to care. Because why should he? He's driving his own race here. He's not going to be after you, sir, is he? So Metron needs to really attack now. But whilst he's stuck behind him at this stage of the race, I wonder if he's going to go for a Kobayashi maneuver there. But no, Farf is defended. Jay Hings has gone on the outside here. There's more accident to the hairpin now. Oh, my word. As goodness, I thought the Metron was going to do a Kobayashi-inspired maneuver there, but not quite that. But Farfair has shown a lot of straight line speed here and is helping his team out once again. Can Vesser catch up? He's about 3 seconds behind, sadly. And Kiki is... oh, no! And Metron is off the circuit. And Jay Hinks is now in the full position. They're falling away like flies here. And now Farfair is causing all kinds of mischief here. He's a mobile chicane. Farfair's not helping anyone. He doesn't care about the others. Vesser was a defo hit. Then says Signature on the outside. Oh, Farfair squeezing. And now on the inside. What a maneuver. And Jay Hinks is now up into third position. And both Red Bulls once again on the podium. Great drive from Jay Hinks. That might be one of my drives of the day. Along with Ultimate Beast as well. But no disrespect to Ultimate Beast, but of course he doesn't count because he's a super sub. And to turn one, there goes Ultimate Beast getting past Camera Racer. Oh my word! And Farfair, goodness me, they're forcing him out there. My word, that yeah. So thank you very much, Russian. Yes, but Vestia was a defo hit then. So that's unfortunate. Metron is now coming to the back of this crocodile as well. So Farf has really stretched out the battle for the lead here and has really helped Nameless, Kian and Jay Hings in different ways here. But now with Kian and Jay Hings also out of DRS range of the gaggle of cars behind them now. And I think that Farf has also unintentionally helped Kian there get Kian fend off Metron who I think was absolutely flying. And look at the traction there on the outside. Beast is through and takes full position. He'll have the inside into Spoon here. Oh my word there. And through he goes. I wonder if Camera's going to dive up the inside as well. Lap 19 out of 27 here then. Far from watched the gold race last night and probably keep an eye to see if there's any late safety cars there. And that might be the reason why. But Farfa's now starting to drop down the order. Those hard tires are probably screaming now, aren't they? Farfa's going to go soft. Madness! Madness, says Serious Mashup. His madness in the comments, his madness on the track as well. Into the triangle chicane once again there. Well, out of the triangle chicane then. Farfair, who's he's gonna have a sinking feeling now. He's still got DRS, but he's harvested. But look at that Williams there. That Williams is so quick in a straight line. That's incredible stuff. And I got cramp in the right bum cheek there. So I've got to give it a good old wiggle. And oh, it's on my word there. And goodness gracious me there. That would not have been ideal at all, would it? And look at this, and Metron there's going to be a lot of frustrations with Metron had contact with himself and Keaton down into turn one, then potentially contact with himself and Vestia, and then more issues down in Spoon Corner. Metron has had the pace here tonight, same with Kiki as well, but mistakes here has cost these drivers, and Vestia also got a hit as well, but it's back in the frame thanks to his teammate Farf, who is causing all kinds of shenanigans. Camera's already up to the back of Ultimate Beast then, so that is impressive stuff indeed there from Camera, very impressive indeed that. Metronov is trying to go on the outside here. Farfar is just covering in there, so Metronov, oh, we had a collision out there back in season 1 or 2 of ALR in gold, but I think it was with Murphy and Nigel, believe it or not. Goodness me. Or something along those lines anyway, or Nigel got caught up in that potentially. But my goodness me, I thought it was going to be a carbon copy then. As we go up there once again, and now Metronov is using the slipstream then. No DRS at this stage on this circuit, and flies into the 130R. Kiki also in there as well, along with Fessio. Goodness gracious me, Far Parks on the inside once again. And now going into the triangle chicane, then accelerates away then. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars of Noctis. Farfus, I thought he's coming in the pits and he's staying out. And here comes Kiki. And Jay Hinks, I think it's Jay Hinks there. Oh, goodness me, there's a teleportation there. And Metronov, Kiki. Oh my, there's 3 abreast. And my goodness me, Fessio was going to take all 3 of them. He is trying to take all 3 of them. And throwing caution to the wind there. Farfar is just really boxing in Kiki. Great racing from the Williams team. Absolutely great stuff indeed. That is teamwork then. Absolute splendid teamwork for the Williams. And I wonder if Farf may let Fessio through that. But my goodness me. Well, I think that's teamwork anyway, because he boxed in Kiki. That's absolutely splendid stuff indeed. That one. I think it was teamwork. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe I'm giving the Williams boys too much credit. But that's great stuff indeed there. And now coming into the airpin as well. Farf did a bit of a jiggle there. And now up the inside goes Fessio, dives up the inside. But the both Williamses have now come together. Maybe it's not teamwork. And now all of a sudden we've got 3 abreast going up to Spoon Corner. Oh my goodness me. And this is going to get very hairy indeed. Then Farf is still in front, I believe. My word, then I think the Farf was trying to let his teammate go there, potentially. But unfortunately, Fessio may have overshot the hairpin then as they fly past us once again then. As Fessio and Farfar have had collisions in the passer. Someone's got to give Cheers for saying that. I'm going to be honest, Jay Hings got a penalty. That's going to be crucial in his quest for the podium here tonight there. And Kiki down at the inside has to back out of that one. And my goodness me, as Farf has stayed out once again. He hasn't pitted, Farf hasn't. Or has he? I don't think he's pitted, has he? Coming across the line once again. Now then, Farfar is his teammates through, but Kiki is going to go for free. Oh my goodness me! And my gosh, and oh dear. Oh my word. Into turn 1 there. I think there's a lot of frustration in this queue. I don't think Serious Russian believes the play about teamwork there. I thought it was great teamwork, but teamwork, you say, says Serious Russian. So maybe it's not teamwork, but no, I think that I thought it was teamwork, but perhaps not that. And now more contact with the Williams team. Well, maybe it's not teamwork, actually, Mushroom. I think that I agree with you. Now we've got Gordo up to the back of this crocodile as well. Oh. Into the hairpin and coming out of it now, that is. We try and take let's take stock here, because we're on lap 22 out of 27 and we've got 5 laps to go. And now we have got Vessier, who is still trying to get yeah, I think you're right, Serious Russian. I don't think it's teamwork now, is that? Well, maybe it wasn't even teamwork to begin with. Oh my goodness me, there's more contact, and now Metronov has dropped down into 10th position. Kiki's over to 9th, Kiki's over to 8th, Gordo's over to 9th, and Gordo then with his Ferrari, so I'm going to stick up to 8th position, I think. Not quite, as he go back to Farf here. Farf has caused all kinds of anarchy here. Jay Hings has lost out, and Jay Hings also got a penalty as well, which may cost him 4th position, and because Camera Racer is also flying as well. Farf has stayed out another lap, then goodness me, and another lap here, and I think there's, look at this side, and now we've got more racing here, as Kiki's trying to defend from Gordo. Kiki's through, and into 7th position, and contact again, then Investier, then almost spinning the car, but still somehow staying in front of Metron now at the moment there. As Farf has been, oh goodness me, I don't know how those tyres are staying on the car. My goodness me, Farf has been an absolute menace tonight, hasn't he, for the drivers behind. I think that there's going to be a lot of frustration as well. Jordan Day is out. I'm going to be honest, my vote would be, oh, no, my word. And I thought the Vesher was going to go up the inside there. I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of talk after this race, potentially. But of course, there, Farfar is not, of course, he is not, his strategy shouldn't be dictated by other drivers there. Jay Hings, Nameless, Kian, and Gordo for driver of the day. Then get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. My vote's Farf. Just watching. And for one set, of course, normally I moan when Farf gets thrown today. Key is. I thought he half spun it there. My goodness me. There's no Farf in team, trust me. As we come up the hill once again. Nameless still leads by 2.5 seconds there. I've almost forgot about the rest of the race, to be honest, because this has been an absolute incredible race. And Kiki's almost on the curve. And Farf once again there. Almost coming to a dead stop out of the triangle chicane. And Farf is staying out again here. Oh, incredible stuff indeed. That Nameless leads. For Kian in second. Beast is now in third position on his comeback drive. Now Kiki has it. He has the position. Gordo's trying to go through as well. Oh, it's Kiki there. Giving him a bit of a cheeky little kiss as he goes through. Farf down into 8th position now. Kiki and Gordo going to be breathing a huge sigh of relief that they have been released. Metron up in 10th. Irvine and Mr. Raging Bull. Mr. Raging Bull could potentially keep up his 100% scoring record this season now with the Anarchy that's been in front of him. I think that this is going to get very interesting indeed then. Let me just take a look. As far as stopped, no, he hasn't stopped there. I was just making sure because I thought, oh, and there's more contact with the Williams boys, and my goodness gracious me, this is getting, I gotta say, I like to be a fly on the wall in the Williams at the end of the Williams garage at the end of this one, my word. Yes, indeed then. Why is Farf not pitted? Farf is doing an Albon and will pit on the last lap, says Dan Martin. Cameron Race has got a 3-second penalty. Has all but ended his chance for 4th position in the race today, unfortunately. Don't make sense. He was doing okay earlier. Farf's just angry about his damage, I think, then, as Pot Stuff has asked who's done it. We do not know, to be honest. And now here comes Metron up there, going wheel to wheel with Farfer into the 130. There's contact. There's a little bit of wheel banging there. And Metron up is on the inside. There's more contact there. Farf is been half spun there as Farfer is staying out again. And Irvine is almost side by side. And now then we've also got Mr. Raging Bull there as well as Metron up there. I thought he was letting the drivers through there. But Irvine is through and in 10th position now. So as Farf unfortunately has started to fall down the order. And I think he was waiting for a safety car. And that safety car has not come to fruition, unfortunately, for Farf. But my word, those last 7-8 laps have been quite quite interesting, haven't they? Indeed, my word. But at the front, the gap has now been pegged between Kian and Nameless. It's now down to under 2 seconds. Our Ultimate Beast in third position. Now potentially has got a chance for a win, but he's only got 3 laps to go. Something needs to go majorly wrong for the top 2. And when I say what I mean by that, potential penalties. Hings in 4th position. Cameron in 5th. He's got a 6-second penalty, Cameron said, but it shouldn't affect him too much. So Mr. Raging Bull on the stiff. Gordo up into 6th position. Great drive from Gordo. Kiki in 7th with Vassar in 8th. Metron up down into 9th, and that's not helped Metron at all today. Metron was on course for a major points haul today, but unfortunately Metron and has been involved in all kinds of shenanigans, and that's been unfortunate. And then 10th position is over, then Mr. Raging Bull needs to get past Farf here, but unfortunately the gap is now 2 seconds there, and I think this is Mr. Raging Bull there was trying to get past, unfortunately couldn't, as they fly past me out of the 130R and going into the triangle chicane on the second to last lap there. Oh, Mr. Raging Bull unfortunately locks up both tyres, and unfortunately that's not a deal. And into the pits now comes Farf. I think Farf was probably hanging it up to get to get fast lap point or something like that. My goodness, gracious me. Been a good race to watch anyway. Loads of wheel bangers, says Pot Stuff. Absolutely. To be honest, in terms of entertainment tonight, it's been spot on, hasn't it? However, there's going to be a lot of chitter chatter, I think, after this one, isn't there? But there's been no safety cars, of course. So let's focus on the positive, shall we? Good stuff indeed. Good nudge for us, thanks, Farfan. So we definitely know that the hard tires go for the 25 or 26 laps. And on board with the Grand Prix leader. Here's Beast then on those medium tires and doing a great job then coming into the back of Kian here. Of course, Beast then the silver champion from last season. Kian, the bronze champion from last season, head-to-head there on one of the best race circuits in the world. This is exactly what we want to see. Oh, we're going to go for this one for a second. Kiki off the run-up to Spoon. Great manoeuvre from Kiki. Smith Boys might be noting that one down in his notebook for overtaking the season. Magnificent stuff indeed. But I think that also maybe the run down into turn one as well might have a good few good few notes as well. As we've got Kian is my goat, as always, says Luca. We're just watching Kian now, but unfortunately for Kian, there's issues. I think it's for when the kick salvers as Tory, as now B-Sir up into second position, Kian down into third. And so B-Sir has gone from 19th on the grid up into second now. Brilliant driving from Ultimate B-Sir. Really good stuff indeed there, but it's been action-packed, isn't it? But look at this. Kiki's great manoeuvre in Spoon. Unfortunately, it's going to come undone because on the last lap, Gordo is back into sixth position there. Is Kiki almost off the circuit there, almost spinning it. Gordo, I must say, has got one of the best racing IQs in all of ALR. Gold, silver, all bronze. And once again, has shown again the former 100% Grand Prix race world champion in sixth position there for Gordo. And a great drive there. Absolutely battling stuff indeed. Good stuff there. He must want fast up, says Pot Stuff, as we're just going back to the front runners now. He's finally pitted on medium tyres. We've also got, then he goes mediums, unbelievable. Then. What was the point of that, Farford? He didn't want to score points there. Driver of the day, Kian, 50% there, 33% for Nameless, 17% for Jay Hings there. Great drives up and down the field there. I think that is a major talking point of tonight, isn't there? Certainly that action last couple of laps or so. Nameless then coming out of the triangle chicane for the 27th and last time then. And Nameless is going to win his second Grand Prix of his career in silver. Nameless wins the Japanese Grand Prix and opens his points account for the season. A great drive there from Nameless. Wins the Japanese Grand Prix with Beast in second position, Kian in third, and Jay Hings in fourth position. A good point score again for the Red Bull team, and that will extend their lead, I believe, in the Constructors' Championship. Really good stuff indeed. Great race from Beast, and absolutely great race indeed there from 19th to second there. And I must say, selfishly, hopefully Smith and Whitey hears me, I would like to see Beast and Kia there in a direct race one time. The silver and bronze champion, and that's certainly whetted my appetite for something in the future, potentially. Great drives though from all those drivers out there. There's going to be some controversy and some chatter after this race. I have no doubt about that. Well, folks said that was a good one. That says Gordo. It certainly was, wasn't it? Great stuff indeed then. So R2 gets fast up then but unfortunately for R2 the Grand Prix winner from Australia, it's not been too well at all then. But Aston Martin, of course, that's 2 wins from 3 races now. So Aston Martin have really started off the season very nicely indeed then, haven't they? So I think there's going to be some... I think that there is going to be Aston Martin might be able... No, I think that they will be up into second there, but I don't think they're going to be any higher than that then. As Ultimate Beast there, giving me a lovely heart there. Good stuff indeed there. Thank you very much, Ultimate Beast. I don't think that's for me personally, but I'm going to take it as they come then, with Valentine's just around the corner as well. Nameless' second Grand Prix win of his career, and he lost the trophy, and he opens up his bank account for the season as well, his points bank account for the season. And Nameless, who had a pretty disappointing start to the season, but he has now put that wrong right and is spraying the bubbly on top step of the podium. Absolutely joyous Grand Prix win as well there from Nameless. And now then, this is where his season begins then, and of course he couldn't afford any more points losses though, because this is only a 16 round season then. Flashback to 1998 and 99 then, of course, where we had short seasons. And of course, I'm just old now, and I can't stay awake for very long. Let's take a final look at the classification then from the Japanese Grand Prix. Nameless, second win of his career. Beast from 19th to second there. That's a beastly drive. Kian in third position there, extends lead in the championship. Happy stuff. Red Bull doing good job with third and fourth position. Cameron fifth. Gordo sixth. Kiki, Metronav, Vestia and Irvine 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Mr. Raging Bull in 11th position there. Kaidal 12th. Reflections, Marsky, Far 13th, 14th and 15th. RTP gets passed up, and I didn't see the rest of them, unfortunately, but hopefully someone else did there. Right then, we got 2 drivers then. This wants to have a chat with me. Well, they probably don't, but they want to have a chat with you guys at home then. And well, let's come to you first then, Nameless. What a win here today. A bit of a difficult start in the championship, but I must say that wrong has been put right here tonight then with a great drive. But how difficult was it today?
Yeah, it was so tricky, especially in the first stint when we were all like in the train. I think it was 5 or 6 cars. And then in the second stint, I think I nailed the pit stop timing because I just came out in net P1, like 1.1, 1.2 ahead of a Red Bull. I don't know who, but I think it was Kian. And from there on, it was just a race to the flag. And I'm so happy to finally get a result in the season, and yeah, hopefully there's more wins and podiums to come.
I think there is anyway. I would have put the commentator's curse on you, but that second stint after you came out the pits, I was a bit concerned because I thought that with Kian pitting a lap earlier that he might have gone for the undercut. But was you concerned by that, or did you know that the undercut wasn't too powerful around here?
No, I was very concerned. I was very worried because I wanted to go a lap earlier, but in the end I didn't. I decided not to go a lap earlier, and then I saw that he went because I was in P2 behind the Mercedes. And so I just tried to push that lap. I overtook Camaro, I think it was in the Mercedes. So I gained a little bit of time there on that lap. And I came out in the perfect window. So I had no one ahead and I could just push.
And of course in the final stint as well, you was absolutely sublime then. My goodness me, you took off like a rocket in the end, and that pace in that final stint there. And if you compare yourself to Keane, who's probably one of the championship leader, you was very much gapping him. So how much confidence can you take away from that going into the next couple of rounds?
Yeah, I try not to think too much about the because I did in the first 2 rounds and it didn't go too well. So I just go race by race. And but yeah, it was a great performance, of course. And in the second stint, I think when I was like a second ahead of him, he had like a little moment, and I think from one lap to the other, it was 3 seconds, and from there on, I just had to manage the gap, and I think I did it very well because I didn't get held up from Fath, and the others did, so that gained me a lot of time. And yeah, after that, I was trying to manage, and I saw them closing out also with Beast on mediums. I was very concerned about that. But yeah, it was all about managing, and in the end, it worked out very, very well.
And then the next races, we got this mystery race then, where it could be one of three potential races. Are you concerned by this at all? Indigo said last night that it's very exciting, but what about yourself? Do you think it's exciting, or would you rather know exactly what race that you need to prepare for next week?
I'm someone I have to practice a lot to have confidence. That's what I did this week, and that's what was so important in the corners, especially in the first sector here. So I just have to practice for 3 races, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what to expect, to be honest, because Bahrain is normally a good track for me. I enjoy it quite a lot, and the others I don't. So let's see. I honestly don't know what to expect, but I practice for sure.
And it's been a difficult start to the season. You alluded to that earlier on, and of course, so now you've got on the points. I know it's a very short season. Can you say that you're still in this championship? We've only had 3 races gone, but there's only 12 to go, something like that, 13 to go. Do you consider yourself a championship rival? Is what I'm trying to ask.
I mean, in terms of pace, I think I am. In terms of consistency, I haven't been, but normally that's my strength. So I hope that in the next races, I get the consistency up like I did this race. And yeah, I hope to be up there every race, fighting for a win or a podium at least. And yeah, I hope to be somewhere in the top three, let's say.
Really well done, stay nameless. Your second Grand Prix win of your silver career. Fantastic stuff indeed, then. And points on the board, and I think that Kian is going to be concerned. And of course, all the other drivers around him as well. Congratulations on your second Grand Prix win of your career. Magnificent stuff indeed. Let's come to Ultimate
Thank you.
Beast then. Ultimate Beast then, of course, making a return here tonight. And goodness gracious me, you come from 19th on the grid to finish second today. But before we even go through that incredible recovery drive, right at the beginning, there's a lot of shenanigans going on. And you were stuck behind a couple of drivers with damage to their cars. Then was you concerned that the drivers were gapping you too much, and you was going to have too much, and it was going to be too much for you to make up in the second stint? Then
Short answer is 100%. um, I think I don't know, it was either me or Far. I think we made a little mistake on the hairpin. I think I just um, outjudged him, and I went to the right a little bit, and I went on the gravel. That would set me back definitely 5 good laps. I thought it was pretty much points over, pretty much, not even a podium. So yeah, that's how it all started.
But then, of course, when you did get past them, because I must admit, we was keeping an eye on you, but at the same time, it's very difficult not to keep it on the front runners as well. But when you got past them, then you started to really, you was biding your time, but then we really noticed you towards the end when everyone else was pitting, and of course, you went very long then. Even at that stage, then, was you concerned about the safety car intervention? Was you concerned that potentially this is going to ruin your strategy at all, or was you? Or am I looking into this too much? Or was she just out there just to go flat out? Because with not being involved in the championship this year.
There's a couple of things I went a little bit later than most people. Um, One, to stay on my own, so I can just push and do my pace. Two, to have better tyres at the end, because I was going on mediums and everyone else was on hards, which last forever. Um, and I noticed after a few laps, I was not really losing that much time to Nameless. So I thought I'd stay out a few more laps after that. So it all worked out in the end.
And I'm wondering if that might have actually propelled you into the podium place as well, then, because I was a little concerned that maybe if you pitted too early, the medium tyres wouldn't have lasted to the end then. So, and was you tempted to go on the soft tyres, of course, then, or was the soft tyres a complete no-go in this race today?
Absolutely not, unless it was a last 5 lap safety car.
That's what a lot of racer you see, and of course we did have a bit of a taste between yourself and of course Kian, and of course the bronze champion against the silver champion as well. I said bring that on really. It's a shame that we didn't get to see you in a potential straight fight on both the same strategies. Then, if we see you again in the future in silver, how are you looking forward to fighting against Kian? And is there any other drivers you're very much looking forward to having a race against?
I think I think there's 19 drivers I'm happy to fight against, other than one. I think everybody knows who. Not calling names. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very close season. You've got Nameless, Kian, Cremarosa. Ah, the list goes on. So I'm happy to watch. Watch from the sidelines.
It's been great stuff indeed. Then, and I'm going to put you on the spot actually. As a champion, of course, winning silver last season. Then, you made a list of drivers there. Who do you think at this stage, after 3 rounds, is favourite for the title?
Uh, a tough one. I think I'm going to say Kian. I'm sorry, I have to say Kian.
Brilliant stuff. Well done today, Ultimate Beast. By the way, we've got that recorded as well, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, if Kian's wrong, we'll throw him to the wolves. Fantastic stuff there. Well done today, Ultimate Beast. Great drive to second today, from 19th on the grid. Nameless for his second Grand Prix win as well, and opens up his bank account for this season. Serious Mushroom taught Beast everything he knew. Well, that is certainly a quote we've also saved as well. Kian also getting on the podium as well, extends in the World Championship, then going on to the mystery race next week, then where we're going to be spinning the wheel. There's a potential of 3 races next week. I cannot wait. That's going to be superb stuff indeed. Tomorrow night it is bronze then, and I gotta say I'm not looking forward to tomorrow night, because as much as I love Japan, I think it's going to be quite a shambles from my point of view. But what isn't going to be a shambles is the fight for the bronze championship. It's going to take another twist, another turn, and it is going to be very much very interesting indeed then, with Luke getting a 10-point lead over Dan Dan in the championship. Rocket League, great result last time out there, and also Dynamo Dan and Serious Mushroom, a great win as well then. Goodness gracious me, you can list all of the bronze drivers to be in that title apart from one ginger one, which is going to be very interesting indeed then. Join us tomorrow night for bronze there. Thank you very much then, as we have got Goku saying that Serious Mushroom second win tomorrow. Of course you can put money on that as well. Goodbye everyone, and have a lovely Monday.